Hello, and welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to learn to avoid some important mistakes, so let's get started. First, this is not correct.
Patterns you can use to answer these questions. When talking about medications, you can say something like, I'm taking, and then name the name of medication, or I take.
I cannot say and then name the name of the medication. I cannot use the verb name with the noun name together in the same sentence. So what do we say? We have two options. You can say and then name the medication using the verb name and then name the medication. Or I can use the verb give and then give the name of the medication. These are our two options. These are correct. But I cannot say name the name of the medication. We cannot say this. So if I ask the question, can you name the medication? You say, yes, of course, I can name the medication. Or if I ask you the question, can you give the name of the medication? You answer, sure, I can give the name of the medication. Let's practice. Can you name the medication? That's right, I can name the medication. Can you give the name of the medication? That's right, I can give the name of the medication. This is also not correct.
It looked just like the brand model, but it was much slower and started having problems after a few weeks.
I cannot say it looked just like the brand model. The brand model? This doesn't exist. You cannot say the brand model. Brand model does not exist. Nobody says this. So how do we say it? We say it looks just like the real brand, or it looks just like the real one. The idea, it doesn't look like a fake. It looks like a real one. So example, this is a fake Gucci purse, but it looks just like the real brand. It looks just like the real one. Let's practice. This is a fake Gucci bag. Does it look just like the real brand? That's right, it looks just like the real brand. Does it look just like the real one? That's right, it looks just like the real one. But we cannot say it looks just like the brand model. Brand model does not exist. This is also not correct.
And it focuses on emergency room vocabulary, but it is not limited to use only in emergency rooms.
I cannot say it is not limited to use in only emergency rooms. Why not? Well, we have two words. These two words look exactly the same, but they're different. We have the verb to use, making the z sound, the vibration sound like zebra, to use. That's the verb, use. And we have the noun, use. Use. There's no vibration. It's just the s sound, like stars and sleep. S, use. So again, use with a vibration is the verb, and use with no vibration is the noun. So we see pronunciation is very important. They are two different words. So if I pronounce the word use, the noun, with the s sound, I can say it's not limited to use only in emergency rooms. But if I use the verb, use, I have to change the structure completely. With the verb, I have to say it is not limited to being used only in emergency rooms. So let's practice with the easier option, using the noun use. Remember, not use, there's no vibration. Use, that's the noun. It's not limited to use only in emergency rooms. This is correct. We're using the noun. Let's practice. Is it limited to use only in emergency rooms? That's right. It's not limited to use only in emergency rooms. This is correct. This is also not correct.
And when talking about recent procedures, you can use the pattern you see on the screen.
I cannot say recent procedures. Procedures? The word is not pronounced procedures. We don't use the zh sound for the du. The zh sound is used with words like measure, treasure, pleasure, vision, division, and usual. These words have the zh sound. But procedures has a different sound. We use the hard j sound, like in juice and jump. Procedures. And why do we do this? Well, when you have du in the middle of a word, we normally use the j sound. procedures. Let's see some other examples. Graduation, education, schedule. With all these words, the DU makes the J sound. Again, graduation. We don't say graduation, and we don't say graduation. No, we say make that hard sound. Graduation, education. Not education, but education. And schedule. Not schedule, but schedule. So again, the word is procedures, not procedures, and not procedures. It's procedures. Procedures. Example, the nurse is following the procedure. She's following the correct procedure. Let's practice. Is the nurse following the correct procedure? That's right, the nurse is following the correct procedure. This is also not correct.
One important note before we start.
I cannot say one important note. The word is not pronounced important. It's pronounced important. Important. Not R like car and far, important, but or like store and more. Or important. Let's talk about the third syllable. It sounds like important, but there's a stop T at the end. Important. Make that stop T sound, put your tongue up. Important. It's not just the N. Important. It's important. The tongue goes up and makes a stop T at the end. Important. One important note. Let's talk about the most important thing. The most important thing on your car is the engine, I think. What about you? What's the most important thing on your car? That's right. The most important thing on your car is the engine. This is also not correct.
Gear, on the other hand, is a term you'll hear more in contexts related to sports.
I cannot say more in contacts related to sports. Contacts? She means context. Context. These words are very similar. Let's take a closer look. So, not contacts, but contexts. We say in contexts. Use the short S sound like bed and red. Contexts. Contexts. In contexts. So it's correct to say more in contexts related to sports. Not contacts, but contexts. They're different. Example. He wears contacts. Or you can say contact lenses. So you can say he wears contact lenses or he wears contacts. Let's practice with contacts. Does he wear contacts? That's right, he wears contacts. He doesn't like to wear glasses. He wears contacts. Example, you need to learn vocabulary in proper context. You can't just open the dictionary and learn vocabulary. No, you need to learn vocabulary in proper context. Let's practice. Do you need to learn vocabulary in proper context? That's right, you need to learn vocabulary in proper context. This is also not correct.
Now to the usage.
I cannot say now to the usage. The usage, the word is pronounced usage. We have to use the S sound. S, no voice. S, usage. Like star and sleep. Usage. And now to the usage. Not usage. I cannot make a voice and say z, usage. There's no voice. There's no z sound like zebra. It's the S sound. Usage. Usage. Example. There are many things to work on when you want to improve your English, and one of them is proper word usage. We need to learn proper word usage. When to use the right word in the right situation. So let's practice. Is it important to learn proper word usage? That's right. It's important to learn proper word usage. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.